Hey folks, D.A. Roberts on Friday the 13th. I'm here with Josh Jones from Old Tower Media, my wife Annette, and my son Noah, and we are on a foray down to the Joe Bald Recreation Area. We are almost there. There are a few scattered houses out here on this section of highway, and we've got a buddy following us named Wedge, but we're almost there. We should be seeing the gates just any moment. In fact, there they are. Joe Bald Recreation Area. This was a campground up until around 2000 when they shut it down inexplicably. It had full services, everything you would need for a modern campground. You can still see where some of the campgrounds were, how overgrown this place has become. It actually at one time was a really nice campground from the pictures I've seen. I don't know that I've ever been down here, but when it was open, that may not be true. We may have actually camped down here. We used to come down to this lake all the time. But as you can see, we are extremely overgrown. No. Yeah, van got bushwhacked. Not hearing much noise other than some bugs, maybe frogs. I don't know if there'll be anybody down here. Sometimes there are people down here fishing at night, but for the most part, this place is dead empty at night. Maybe dead empty was the wrong choice of words. The really weird thing is that some of these old campgrounds, some of these old campsites still have what's the word I'm looking for? The concrete picnic sets, picnic tables and stuff, and you can go up to them and they've been broken. And thick concrete has been snapped off, and I haven't seen any marks on any of it where they've been struck with hammers. I don't know what breaks concrete, but it's certainly broken. I'm going to pull completely around and back up into there.
Yep.
And it does not look like anybody's down here. Looks like we are El Solo Mio. Right there is Table Rock Lake. I don't know how well you can see it, but you can see the water lapping up on the shore right there. You got lightning in the background, even better. I'm going to pull back up near where we were before when we made the video the first time, where we captured that movement, which all indication seems to be a Type 3 Dogman. And here we are. We are back to the spot. Okay, here we go. Let's see what happens next. Hey folks, D.A. Roberts down here at the Joe Bald Recreation Area. We're down here on Friday the 13th. I'm not sure what time it is right now, but it's well after dark, as you can see. Yeah. Not really hearing much in the way of noise other than just like insects and maybe some tree frogs. We saw some deer outside the park on the way down here, but haven't seen really much inside the park. And as you can see behind me, right over there to my right, behind me, is the tree where we actually saw the motion move behind it. This is about as thick as you get in this area. This is some pretty intensely overgrown. This all used to be campground. There were dozens and dozens of campgrounds down here. They closed this place down in the early 80s. The early 2000s. I'm sorry, not early 80s. So it's been shut down around 20 years. When first researching why they shut it down, Steve and I were able to discover about 8 disappearances. We were able to track them down online that were associated with the park. And then a month later, when we went to look again, we could no longer find them. They had disappeared completely. We're about maybe 15 miles from the other abandoned park, but it's on the far side of the lake across that direction. And that place is called Combs Ferry. It's over by Blue Eye, Missouri. And they went so far as to bulldoze the entrances to the campground shut. So the only way into that campground now is with a really, really good four-wheel drive or by boat, one of which I'm going to figure out how to get in there. We are going to go into Combs Ferry. It's just a matter of time. I don't know how well you can see up behind me, but I can plainly see the tree that the movement was behind. There's still no foliage there that it could have been. There's a few like scraggly branches, but there was nothing there at the time that it could have been. We've been back in the daylight. In fact, Josh was down here yesterday, and him and Adam went and poked around. And they're at this point estimating that the tree where they saw the motion, he said, was approximately 8 to 9 feet off the ground.
Yeah.
That's a big boy. I don't know if we're going to see anything tonight. And if anybody, if at any point you see anything that we don't see in the video, make note of the timestamp and let us know. And we'll have Josh and Adam dig into the video and see if we can find anything. I can't go too terribly far back in the woods because with my cane, I'm not going to make it over too much broken ground. But I wanted to get back here as far as I could, assuming my wife doesn't blind me with the flashlight. She's doing a really good job of that.
There, if you want.
Do what?
I can walk back there for scale. I'll go back in.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, if you've got that pointed at me and you got that area covered, if you want to go back there, grab a flashlight. Actually, Josh knows exactly which tree it is.
Yeah,
So both of you guys head on back there. And I will stay right here.
He's got the big flashlight. I'll give you this one.
Okay.
And then we'll head up here.
Who was it, Dream? Well, folks, as you can see, it was close from where Steve and I were filming. Steve and I were filming about 10 feet behind where the camera is positioned right now, near the front of my van. Where we saw eye shine was in the trees across the road, over to my right, and then in 3 places back here behind me. So that's the entire area. We've got boat traffic out on the lake, so there's people still out there night fishing. Looks like there's somebody launching a boat now. But I wanted to get back down here. I mean, I've been dying to come back down here in the dark.
And that's the last day of the fall.
Yeah, and it's Friday the 13th.
Yes. There is. If you look right in between the trees right there, you can still see that spider right in the middle of all the trees right there.
There's a couple of
your
spiders
right there. You're right there. Floating in the middle of the space.
Nice.
It's huge.
Big wolf spider.
I don't know what it is.
No, it's not a wolf spider.
Dollar size.
Nice.
That's not even the one we saw. That's a different one. Okay. Well, Dogman didn't get you. Venomous spiders got him.
Yeah. Well,
Because it's just a spider.
in Missouri, you never know.
Dream says there was movement in that area. I thought before you went back. Oh, thanks, Dream. Now you. Awesome.
I definitely heard something while we were in there.
What'd you hear?
I don't know.
Can you describe it?
Kind of a whoop.
Like a whoop?
Yeah.
You heard a whoop?
Yeah.
That's freaking awesome. Hey, Josh. Noah said he heard a whoop.
Heard a whoop?
Heard a whoop.
It clearly wasn't an owl, because I know exactly what an owl sounds like.
I hope to God the microphone picked that up.
It was while we were on our way back. That's why I haven't stopped looking out there. As while I was behind you, I could hear this. I could have sworn I heard something moving behind us, like over in that direction, and then I heard the Dream said he saw something back there.
Well, that fits. And Dream is eagle eyes, man. Oh, I had eye shine for a second.
Where?
Straight back that way.
That's what I thought I saw too.
Try to get up on this broken terrain. straight back there. I saw eye shine glint behind a tree.
A car just passed through that area and came around this way.
Oh, okay. It might have been the car. What?
I heard. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
That could have been a boat spinning up. They just dropped a boat in the water.
Yeah, the boat. I heard the engine.
That was a woo, but I think it was a boat.
Yeah. I didn't hear it. I've got an earphone.
Yeah.
I've got an earphone in one ear, so I'm only hearing part of it.
So, Patty, why is it okay for us to go check? The DA has to say it's the car. Are we expendable, or what's going on?
Yeah, I'm just the son.
Right.
If you look right up there,
Mm-hmm.
you can see part of one of those. Yeah, that's part of one of the old campgrounds up there.
I won't let me zoom in on live.
Right? No, put your light right up where I'm shining.
Yeah.
Right straight up there. To the right, you're right just a little bit. Right up there. That's one of the old campsites.
Oh,
it's all completely
on the
overgrown.
video there, right in the middle of my screen. You can see like kind of white horizontal line.
Yep.
And also a big spider.
Big honking spider.
What's the protocol if the stream suddenly cuts out?
Call
Laura and tell her I love her. Oh, she's watching. Love you, honey.
Well, we will. Hey, that's actually more than one spider. There's another one right up there.
He says, well, right now you are my adopted primo. Well, thank you. Hopefully you met me.
Well, we will know for sure if there's something moving back there because we'll hear my wife peeling out in the van.
Yeah, you'll hear the van leave before the video cuts. I ever since we came back down, I had that feeling.
Get a little closer. Yeah, babe. I'm not going to. The wife's a little worried about me going too far up here.
Admittedly, the engine starting over there sounded like nothing. Hey, Lars, how you doing, bud? You want to do this?
Got another one?
Yeah, we don't want to go too far in there. All spiders just blocking several of the areas. See that one right there that he's pointing at? It's a big dog, and there's another one back there.
Those are big enough to actually just shoot.
Dream is having legit anxiety right now. He's telling us to leave.
We're okay, bud.
We're okay at the moment. This isn't LBL, folks.
Yeah.
I'm armed.
You're not allowed to be armed at LBL?
Nope, LBL does not allow you to be armed. State of Missouri says I can, however, and I have a Glock 26 on my hip with extra ammo on my belt. So
Laura says, make sure I get my car.
It's safely at Roper's.
Yeah, it's at Roper's. It's not here.
You've got a Glock. All I got is my whip.
I also have a Scallywag tactical blade, so
I'll make sure to puzzle the Bigfoot.
I'll give you my Scallywag tactical knife.
I'll hit it with a riddle, confuse it, give me enough time to leave.
Right. It's drying, yeah.
Yeah, we're not getting anything, but it's probably the tree canopy. Oh, yeah. One thing we haven't done.
What's that?
Look up, guys.
Oh, yeah. We need to be looking up. One piece of advice that I'll take from people giving advice.
She's taken a lot of places.
Yeah, but you might catch eye shine. Dude, if I looked up right now and there was something on that branch, cane or no cane, I think I'd beat you to the car.
Mark where that spider was. Check for prints in the morning. Huh. Interesting.
Check for prints now?
I mean, you could. Just
yeah, that light is certainly bright enough. Watch out for spiders. That's it's a TLR HL5 HL5. It's 3,500 lumens. It was the one I carried when I was a cop on duty.
Yeah, that's awesome.
No heavy intention.
And Adam goes, okay, at that moment. How many moments does it take for Dogman to go from the shadows to on top of you? Not enough.
Considering how fast they are, probably not far.
No. We would only know that we were screwed, and that would be about it.
Okay, I've got a full bladder. It's not going to eat me if I...
Yeah. The best thing we can do at that point is try to taste bad.
Who's checking for spiders?
I'm in an area where we've already been.
For spiders.
I was one of the resident arachnophobes. I can tell you, I'm always checking for spiders.
I hate spiders.
So you think I didn't get too close to that one?
What do you think?
Here's the tree frogs. I think we're okay. I mean,
Yeah.
it is pretty.
As loud as it is out here, there's obviously no predator nearby.
Or nothing hunting.
Well, then again, GA, didn't you have basically the same night sounds that
Yeah,
night?
yeah,
And
pretty
that
much.
one was right there.
Pretty much these exact same night sounds the night that it was there.
Patty says, "Sissies, come on, man."
I'll admit it, I'm a sissy about
Adam
spiders.
says, "Well, bladders just marinate."
That's right. Likes a little sweet and sour to his pork.
His long pork.
Yeah.
Long pig.
Sweet and sour long pork. No thanks. Wanted to get a better view of this bench over here.
Why don't you see if you can?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's whole campsites back
Yeah,
here.
we're seeing
Why don't you
multiple
come with me
campsites.
over to this one so we can get a view.
Watch for spiders and snakes, guys.
Yeah.
It is, we're in full-blown copperhead season right now.
Yes, we are.
Spiders, we're not. They're
I'm-
literally right here. Also, I should be.
Heard what?
Could have been me. That's that.
Not the fat part. I wasn't trying to target.
Oh, where's the light?
Sorry, I heard something.
Yeah, I should have brought mine too.
Did anyone on your live hear that?
What'd you hear?
I heard it too.
Not exactly certain how to describe it.
Yeah, it was interesting.
It's kind of like windy, like woo. And it definitely came from over here. Not necessarily close, but
I often wonder what kind of reaction you'd get if you played like primate distress calls.
I'm hearing a lot of raindrops that also sound like footsteps, so I'm good. My anxiety level's been peaked.
Okay. We head back across.
when you said primate distress calls, in my mind I just heard it as something about Primus.
Yeah, Primus.
Primate distress
Hope I can't
calls
pull
me
shoulder.
going, I'm ready to go.
You guys want me to make distress to go on? Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna. No, you can go ahead and go across. I'm gonna step out in about the middle of the bridge, wrap the video up.
Maybe the car patrol thinks you're messing.
Yep, not my face there, bud.
That truck's been by twice.
It's the guy with the boat. He's looking for a place to park.
Oh, sorry.
Not a problem. And there we have it, folks. This is the Joe Bald campsite. Noah, stop with the light, buddy. You're blinding me, man. Yeah, give the light back to your mom. Oh, whoa.
Okay.
No, the camera about fell over. It was like teetering. I think my light's done. Nope. But Joe Bald Campground, Friday the 13th. Abandoned campground. I think we checked a lot of the tick boxes off for becoming victims in a horror film. I love this park. Part of me will always find inspiration here. In fact, in Lakeview, man, the scene where they found the deputy's car covered in blood was just right there. Like, right over there.
Turn the camera.
Yeah, go ahead. That area right over there where I'm shining the light, where the headlights are, is where the deputy that they found his missing car and his gun. Well, found his car and the deputy was missing. They found his gun. Was right there. Where Jay Matoska and Jason met Clark, Sanchez, and their friend to get guns was here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it took place like literally right there. There's a lot going on down here book-wise. In fact, if it were a real place, Daniel Clark's cabin would be about a mile that direction. It's not a real place. I took some liberties with the cabin. There is a house in that location, but I'm not going to say where it is because I don't want them to get, hey, can we check this place out?
Yeah.
And then somebody's going to be pissed at me. Get some hate mail over that. But Friday the 13th foray back to Joe Bald Park. And it did not disappoint. There's more people moving around down here than I expected there to be. We've seen a few cars. Guy launching a boat for some night fishing. Heard some sounds in the woods. I've seen what could possibly have been eye shine because it didn't look like a tail light and it didn't look like a headlight. It was green. Well, I was across the bridge and the camera was still there, so I doubt that. Okay, so maybe your video caught it.
Maybe.
Not sure what else to say. I just thank you guys for being with us and thank you guys for all your comments. And I can't wait to see if we find anything in this video. I wanted to shoot a much longer video than the less than 2-minute video I shot the first time down here in Joe Bald. And who knows? We might just got an even better image than the last time. So thank you guys for joining us. Thank you guys for joining us on this Friday the 13th. And I hope you guys have a awesome evening. Thank you.
All right, folks, this is us leaving Joe Bald. I'm going to go out the other direction. And you can see we've got a couple people down here for the night fishing, which is not uncommon. I wouldn't mind talking to them, but not tonight. Just not really in the mood. But Table Rock is a beautiful lake. It really is. I would love to have a cabin down here on this lake. But
not in this area.
Yeah. I don't think I would build a cabin in Joe Bald if they gave me the land. But considering what land goes for around this lake, for them to do absolutely nothing with this park is astounding. Because real estate along this lake near Branson, you're looking at $150,000, $200,000 a lot. Not an acre, a lot. And you need at least 2 good-sized lots to have a decent yard. This is the other side that we are making a big loop through Joe Bald. You can see off to the side where the pull-off points where some of those camping sites were. You may even see some of the old campsites themselves, but like I said, it's overgrown pretty bad. Another thing you might actually see, and I found this really weird. We came down through here one time, and this has been a year and a half ago, and at one of the campsites, someone had gone up and left an unopened box of donuts on the table, and there was nobody around. Completely unopened. I didn't touch them.
Maybe the gifting?
That might be. And this is the front part of Joe Bald. We are back at the gate. We're getting ready to head out. As you can see, even though we're close to the entrance, it's still so thick you can't see more than 10, 20 feet in any direction. If we went to the right here, it goes down to another part of the campground. I'll go down there another time. I'll do another night drive video. I'd like to get the dash cam mounted and just drive the entire park after dark. But since we've got guests with us and we've already got some really good video for tonight and managed to creep ourselves out pretty good, I think we're going to call it a day. So thank you for joining us at Joe Bald Recreation Area, and I hope you enjoyed the video.